Good day and welcome to this episode of Digital Trailblazers. This series focuses on digital transformation in various sectors, the benefits and challenges experienced by both companies and their users. Today we are going to talk about customer experiences with banks. The aim of technology is to speed up the banking process, whether it's capturing data and fast-tracking approvals, or integrating small business owners into the financial world to be more inclusive. As much as we are moving forward with technology, we miss that personal hand-holding from our banks. It begs the question, are banks out of touch when it comes to personalized customer experiences? To help us answer this question, I'm joined by Shanine Singh, ABSA's Managing Executive Customer Value Management, and Zuko Mdwaba, Salesforce South Africa's Area Vice President. Good morning. Now, Shannon, I want to start with you. Personalization does impact the customer experience. How much of an impact does it have at ABSA, and why does personalization matter specifically when it comes to financial inclusion?
So personalization can be a bit of a buzzword. So practically, what does it mean? I think historically, if we were trying to sell you a home loan, a model would have run, predicted a propensity to take one up, and we would have sent you as a lead to an outbound channel and tried to contact you generally through the call center. What's really changing now is advanced analytics gives us the power to really start thinking about customers more holistically. So our algorithm will predict what customers like you are likely to take up. And it might still be a home loan, but we might also realize that you're a first-time home buyer. And so that the products that you need are not just the home, but we need to empathize with you on your first home buying journey. We need to provide financial tools for you to be able to build your home, furnish it, ensure the context of your household. And so this holistic customer experience is really what I think is going to start differentiating banks' engagement and customer experience with their clients. When it comes to financial inclusion, what we find is it's even more important in the inclusive banking segment because we have a very powerful difference between customers in the inclusive segment that live 15 kilometers away from a branch and customers who live close to a branch. And what we actually find is that the customers that live closer actually hold more products with the bank. So what personalization allows us to do is provide the right product to the right customer at the right time. And therefore, we can expand financial access beyond just the borders of the branches, but into digital channels such as the app or WhatsApp, and that allows people to access financial services more holistically.
Now, research done by Salesforce this year shows that 56% of South Africans feel that most companies, treat them like a number and not a unique individual. Shannon, sticking with you, what inhibits personalization, and can you tell us about ABSA's journey?
Absolutely. So if you think about your day-to-day interactions with a bank, it's a lot more complicated than your interactions with Netflix. You might stop by an ATM and withdraw money, tap your card to buy a cup of coffee, make a payment to a friend using the mobile app, or explore a more complex product like an investment on a website. And if any of these don't work, you might pop into a branch or call the call center to help you out. So we've got a myriad of different customer engagement platforms that customers interact with us on a day-to-day basis. And in addition to this, we've got multiple products that we're trying to engage customers through on these platforms. So what becomes really important from a customer relationship management perspective is to really find a way to integrate all these platforms to provide that personalized experience and journey. And so we've really been on a journey with Salesforce as our CRM partner. We have Salesforce in the front line, which allows us to deploy very personalized analytics straight through the colleagues in the front line so that they can start engaging customers in more personal conversations. But more broadly than this, I think what's really going to be important in our journey is across this web of channels, we have Marketing Cloud as a spider orchestrating across this web so that we can really start picking up conversations that you might be having on social media and carry on that conversation on a digital platform or even with a human in the loop.
Now, Zuka, I want to bring you in a little bit. Salesforce helps companies create these wow moments for customers. But how do you help companies become more efficient?
Thank you very much for the question. In the world that we live in today, right now we are all being asked to do more with less. And this is the reality that we're having to live with. Technology can help, but the average company uses nearly 1,000 applications to run their business and store customer data, which is not efficient. It's not effective, and it's just not affordable. Salesforce Customer 360 is built to deliver results and create value. It's a connected platform that unites teams, giving them a shared view of customers, which is the most important thing for any organization to understand their customers. And it delivers the results. Customers using Salesforce can increase sales productivity by 29%. They can lower support costs by 27%, lower customer acquisition costs by 27%, or increase employee productivity by 26%. Take automation, for example. Different departments can use automation to reduce manual processes, cut costs, reduce inefficiencies, and serve their customers and employees better. In finance, that looks like automating financial planning and accounting functions to free up time for more strategically important things like analysis, strategy, and collaboration with stakeholders, which is one of the things that Shane has alluded to. In marketing, it means using tools that can help you identify your audience, design relevant content, and automatically trigger actions like offers based on customer behavior, basically meaning that relevance to customers. Or in a customer service, if using chatbots and self-service to help customers answer simple questions, freeing up agents to help with more complex situations.
Now, Shannon, part of the reason why customers value personalized experiences is because they value trust, privacy, and understanding what banks do with their data, which at times seems challenging. So what is Aptos' approach on this, and how are you building these experiences?
So we're finding that customers are becoming a lot more conscious on how their data is used, stored, analyzed, and also protected by the bank. So what we do is a lot of customer testing to really engage customers on our privacy notice, understand what they're comfortable with in terms of use of their data, but also to provide practical examples of how their data use betters their banking experience. And just to give you a very tangible example, we've talked a little bit about personalization in the context of sales and customer experience, but very importantly, because we know who you are, this also provides very robust protection against fraud, which is a huge challenge in banking at the moment. So because we know you so well, we also know when it's not you logging onto your banking app or onto the website and attempting to do interactions, and we can freeze those transactions. So making it very clear to customers, not just how use of data enables them, but also how it protects them is absolutely critical. So I referred to doing a lot of customer testing. Pragmatically, what we do is we have a privacy notice that we actually test with customers and then simulate an increasing personalized experience. So we're able to tread the line between, the degree to which customers are happy with their data being used and what level of personalization they would then experience based on this agreement. It's really important to not be creepy, to not overextend your knowledge of the customer in a way that makes them feel uncomfortable. And so in order to really understand this line and this trade-off, the best voice is the voice of the customer in this interaction. And so that's what we strive to bring in.
How will you balance the ability to build highly personalized customer experiences with becoming more efficient?
Thanks. That's a great question. So I think one of the big things that we found through personalization, and I think Zuko did allude to it in some of the statistics that he found, but really through empowering customers and also customer-facing colleagues with data, we find that we're able to have richer conversations with the customers, but that also makes our salespeople and our sales channels a lot more productive. So to my earlier example, by engaging a first-time home buyer in a conversation, responding to the underlying need rather than attempting to sell a product, we're able to surface multiple products in that same interaction or that same conversation. So it's not just about a home loan, it's about other credit products to help you furnish your house. It's about insurance products to keep those assets that you've just purchased safe. And so we're able to drive 3 times more sales per interaction as a result of personalized recommendations. In addition to this, it really helps the colleagues engage with the customer. And so we found that our frontline use of leads has gone up almost twofold since we started introducing more personalized conversations into the frontline. And finally, the contribution that bank and customer initiated personalized recommendations has made to our overall sales has doubled through the COVID pandemic. And to Zuko's point, it's because customers were largely starting to interact very digitally. And so having a human engage them during lockdown when they were starved of human conversation and having those personalized conversations really empowered us to bring customers back into the banking experience and to start thinking about rediscovering living post-pandemic and using financial products to do that. And that's really shown in our productivity, our sales metrics, and also our colleague engagement in the front line.
Now, Zuko, I'm curious to know what can we expect from Salesforce South Africa this coming year?
Like I said, we are facing economic uncertainties and changing customer expectations. The customers are getting more and more complicated, and they've got huge expectations from the companies like Absa. So we are helping companies create that customer magic in real time. And we living in a world where real time is becoming more and more important. But we're also helping them to do more with less, as I've mentioned already, focusing on improving efficiency, improving tangible results, and lowering costs. So we are doing that for customers across the country, across South Africa. We're also working with our customers and our partners and schools, universities, and tertiary institutions to bridge the digital skills gap. In fact, we are partnering with Deloitte over the first quarter of 2023 to start a skills bootcamp to help us reduce the gap that's widening all the time when it comes to digital skills. And we are strengthening our Salesforce South African team. We were so happy to meet so many of our trailblazers, including Absa, and our customers at Salesforce Live Johannesburg earlier in June 2022, as well as in Cape Town in October 2022. And we hope to see more of this growth and basically being there to try and support our customers and all the players in the ecosystem. We're hoping to see that again in the new year.
This brings us to the end of another episode of Digital Trailblazers. I want to thank my guests who joined me, Shannon Singh, Absa's Managing Executive of Customer Value Management, and Zuko Mdwaba, Salesforce South Africa's Area Vice President. And until next time, goodbye.